Let's briefly understand about user personas first through a simple example. Let's say a team is developing a website for online book purchase, but the team doesn't have concrete idea of the users who are going to use their website. All that they know is they have to address some users. So without this concrete definition of who the user is, every team member would form his own understanding of the user. Let's say one of the team members working on one part of the website has formed this idea in his head that the users that are going to use their website do not know much about computers and internet. So he will develop the user interface for that part of the website, keeping such users in mind. Another team member working on different part of the website has formed a completely different idea about the users, and that is the users are experts at using computers, and hence his parts of the website will reflect just that. Some fancy UIs liked only by computer-savvy users. So the website developed then becomes a mishmash where some part of the interface caters to novice, whereas some other part caters to experts. So what is the result? The product satisfies none. Now let us consider a little better situation. Let's say instead of very general form of users, the team came up with a list of user roles for the website. These are students, teachers, and homemakers who are going to use the website. Situation here is slightly better because they now can focus on a specific category of users. Let's say they decide to focus on homemakers in the first release. However, just having homemakers as your users is still not enough to make your product successful. A homemaker whose hobby is only to read books will behave differently from a homemaker who reads books only on need basis. So they have different goals. First one's goal is to enjoy herself reading the books. Second one's goal is to find the books for which she needs information she is looking for. But the team developing the website makes no distinction between these two users. Both the users are placed into a single bucket called homemakers. They will imagine users having both of these behaviors. When there are discussions about what feature to include or exclude, there will be endless discussions because of this lack of focus. So some of the features of the website will cater to first category of homemakers, while some other features will cater to second category of homemakers. So what happens as a result? The website will satisfy neither of the homemakers. So how do you ensure that the website that the team develops is for a specific kind of users who have similar goal, behave similarly, and hence interact with the product in a similar way? In the example I gave earlier, how do you ensure that the team has single-minded focus on just the first kind of homemakers, so that the website developed caters to only this category of homemakers, resulting in a unified interface and hence very delighted customers. Of course, they can also satisfy second type of homemakers, but they must first realize that these are two different types of homemakers. Answer to all this is to use personas. Persona is a fictitious character that represents a specific group of real users. Persona has a name, picture, and other details that make us instantly connect as if it's a real human being. With that persona in mind, everyone has a common understanding of the user for whom the team is designing the product. Discussions about whether to include a given feature will not take forever because decision will now be based on the answer to the question, would this persona X want this feature? Personas are built based on real data. Data gathered from interviews with users, understanding of users from stakeholders within the organization, and other artifacts such as research studies, etc. Only few things are synthesized, such as name, picture, etc. Let's go back to our example of book website. Let us say after gathering various inputs from users, subject matter experts, and stakeholders, team came up with this particular persona called Sharon. Please spend a few minutes to go through the details of this persona. Pause the video here and resume it once you have gone through it completely. As you can see from the description, persona has a name, picture, some background to help us know her better. It also includes her goals and current frustrations, all connected to the product you are going to develop. Now, after going through the description about this persona, think a bit deeply about these following questions. Do you think you know this persona by the name Sharon? Does it give a better clarity knowing that you are developing the website for Sharon? If a new feature discussion comes up, will it help the team to make a quick decision by asking, will Sharon want this feature? Pause here for a minute to reflect on these questions.